Hey guys, welcome to Velocity Vista. If you're new here, please stay a while, and welcome back if you've seen my videos in the past. Today, I'm going to take a different approach to the video. I'll do a little bit of voiceovers here and there in the video, but to start, this is session 1 in the open group at Englishtown Raceway Park, or Old Bridge Township Raceway Park in Englishtown, New Jersey. The overall forecast was a very mixed condition kind of day. There were some points where it was raining pretty consistently, where there was standing water and puddles on the track, and by the end of the day the sun did come out and dried up enough of the racing line to push the car pretty hard. As for the setup of the car, I am running Paragon front and rear rotors. I am running Paragon P5 pads in the front and Paragon P3 pads in the rear. For brake fluid, I'm running Motul, I believe it's the 660.4 brake fluid. And other than that, suspension is completely stock and no additional power is being made. The car is still running the factory tune. As far as the tires and wheels, given the weather conditions, I did want to revert back to my fairly new set of all-season tires on the factory 20-inch wheels. The Continental DSW 06 all-season tires handled pretty good, but now that I've gotten a little more experience on track, I was able to get them pretty greasy after the first session, and the pattern kind of continued. So they did become predictable, and they also were very communicative in terms of where the limits are for the grip. So overall, it was a pretty fun day. I would 100% do it again, and I would 100% bring another pair of socks because my feet were wet pretty much the entire day. I'll let you guys watch and enjoy the video. I'll pop in here and there to explain certain situations or explain certain dynamics of the track. And for general context, this racetrack doesn't get world-class maintenance as something like New Jersey Motorsports Park does, so it's a very rough track. There's a lot of bumps, there's a lot of potholes actually, in some spots that are avoidable, and there's a lot of patches of dirt that come on usually from the MX and ATV dirt track, which is right next door. Overall, this is a very technical and small track, so you're not hitting 130 miles per hour, but it forces you to really focus on your driver mod. It's on how to improve your line, when to brake, when to turn in, your car control even. Overall, it was a really fun day, so I'll let you guys watch the video here. So just popping in real quick, I get a point by from this Miata driver, and I'm like, what the heck, man? Because the point by was a decent point by if it was slightly earlier. I didn't want to risk making that move on the inside because I just wouldn't have been able to land it, especially since the driver also cut in after giving the point by. And frankly, I don't know this driver's skill level, and it just wasn't a good idea to pass there. He will give me the point by here on the outside. Again, it's also in the braking zone, which is a little sketchy because I don't think he let off. At least his brake lights didn't come off once I made that pass. So, but situations like these, you want to assess safety first, and if it is worth the risk. The point by that he gave, the second point by that I received, I made the pass even though it messed up my driving line. And moments like these aren't something to get annoyed about. It's just a matter of you learning a little bit more racecraft. But overall, it was clean and it was safe. As you can see, the rain is starting to come in a little bit, and it hasn't really affected my current lap, but once you're on the main straight, I guess, you'll notice a little bit of slippage, especially on braking. And then once you come around, once you pass the finish line and you come around to, I would say, turn 1 by the walls, you'll notice on braking that the car does skip a little bit and the ABS does need to kick in. Quick little walkthrough of this track. So after coming off the straight, it's helpful to go towards the track exit and then turn in. Here, take advantage of this banked turn and feel free to actually push on this turn. Now this turn is really hard to pick a line. It's very bumpy, very rough, very dirty. I like to take a neutral line, especially given the conditions today, but I've seen some people double apex it. This turn to the right is very, very, I guess, notable when you have a front-wheel drive car, because it does understeer a lot. And here I did get the point by from the GR86. Those are pretty nice handling cars, man. They're very light and stiff. Oh, you did see the transmission grind a little bit, and that's because I let out the clutch too early. Tends to happen in the Type Rs, especially for second gear. Coming here, there's a hill, so it helps to brake as you're approaching the apex of the hill, so that way once you come down the hill, your car and your tires aren't screeching just to get the car to slow down. And then on exit, especially if you have a front wheel drive car like I do, it helps to be very smooth on the gas, otherwise you're just going to get constant wheel spin. So here, go towards the right a little bit and then cut in, and then connect the dots around here. Here, same thing, slow down just a little bit, and then feel free to accelerate as soon as you get down in that divot. So this turn, I like to go straight, and then I like to cut in, so that way I can make it a nice little straight from these two S's. And then same thing here, I like to hit the apex and then track out, and then brake now, let the car slow down, stay to the right, and then cut in, and then smooth throttle on, and then keep going. As you can see, the checkered flag was thrown, so I'll back off and take a little cool down lap as I head back into the paddock. If you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment below if you would like to see more videos like this, where I have a little bit of commentary and a little bit of driving, or if you'd like me to, I don't know, add in some Initial D soundtracks and full send everything, let me know as well. Thank you guys.